came a day unlike any other, when Earth's mightiest heroes found themselves united against a common threat. On that day, they became the Avengers, the invincible armored Iron Man, Thor, Prince of Thunder, the Hulk, strongest hero there is, and Captain America, the first Avenger.
Hey YouTubers, it's Drew. Today I'll be reviewing Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Yeah. So Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes was a Disney XD show, premiering on September 22nd and canceled on May 6th. This show follows the Avengers as they fight robots, aliens, time travelers, and tech villains. This had great storylines like the Secret Invasion, the Winter Soldier, the coming of Galactus, the Winter Soldier. Yeah. Let's talk about why it was canceled. Well, first, the show, it never had toys. They never did toys about this Avengers cartoon. 2, they wanted it to be more like the TV show. More like the movies. So they wanted Cap to act like how Chris Evans played Captain America. Hulk acting like Mark Ruffalo's Hulk. So yeah, they replaced it with a new cartoon called Avengers Assemble. Now, it's not bad, but Avengers Assemble is not as good as Avengers Mighty Heroes. It's definitely a kid show. It had great storylines, great characters. Like the Secret Invasion episode. That's basically like, the Skrulls are evil in the comics. They're not good. They're not good guys. I don't know why the Captain Marvel movie did that. So basically, the Skrulls, they invade Earth, and a Skrull shapeshifts to Captain America. So they think it's the real Captain America, even though the real Captain America was trapped in a Skrull base. It's just like, it was cool. And Iron Man said, "I can't trust any of you." And when Nick Fury said, Iron Man said, "Are any of you a shape-shifting alien?" He said, "No, we all trust each other." And he basically says, "The Avengers are over as far as I'm concerned." And he just leaves. And Nick Fury was just saying, "I actually knew Iron Man would do that." He said, "This is the guy that had secret identity for a whole 5 seconds. Yeah. It's just very cool how no one trusts each other. And you see Wakanda, of course it's really teched out and other stuff, but T'Challa made it teched out. He was preparing for the invasion. It was just so cool. Again, that was a good episode. For a kid show, it definitely had good storylines. Like Ultron, how Hank Pym created Ultron. He just quits the team. And then, goes basically psychotic and becomes Yellow Jacket. Becomes the opposite of himself. Like when he's like Yellow Jacket, like Hank Pym, of course he's the first Ant-Man. He's like this pacifist. And then when he's Yellow Jacket, he's like the opposite of everything he is. He's not a pacifist. Now he's a guy that craves violence. He's basically like Raphael from the Ninja Turtles. That was cool too. And the Hulk, have mercy. This is the best version of the Hulk in years. Other than the Hulk in the movies. They fleshed him out. He's not just like smashing all the time. Raw, I'm dumb. It's actually a reason. Like this Hulk, you don't trust people. Like, of course, everybody trying to kill him because they think he's a monster. And he's like, when he joins the Avengers, he's like, "Well, you're helping me?" He thought he was alone. Everybody thought he was evil. Most of the population thought he was a supervillain. Like, Wasp actually said, is he supposed to be, the bad guy? It's like, no. And when Hulk finally, stops this guy called Graventine, he finally proves that he's more than just a monster. And of course, like Red Hulk. Yes, they do a Red Hulk. So short answer is Red Hulk is General Ross. You saw him in Civil War and the Black Widow movie. And, well, the Incredible Hulk movie. So basically, he just... I'll talk about comic Red Hulk eventually. But he's basically like, he's pissed at the Hulk. He wants his blood. He tells the Winter Soldier to give him a piece of Hulk's blood, and he becomes Red Hulk. See, like, the Hulk is the madder he gets, the stronger he gets. Red Hulk is the madder he gets, the hotter he gets. Like, he has fire powers. Like the Human Torch. So basically, he could go supernova hot and, well, blow up things. It makes him kind of vulnerable after. So he's not as powerful as the Hulk. So when they see him, they just like... Maria Hill just makes it so stereotypical comic that all Hulk look the same. No. And he says, he started out gray. It's actually true, the Hulk did start out gray. Long story. So now he has to prove that he's a good guy again. Now, because they blame the Hulk that he did all this, even though we know, people that watch the show, Red Hulk did that. And they just think all Hulk look the same. Yeah. And he gets in prison. He hates the Avengers now. He talks about it and said, we trusted them. They sold us out like we were nothing. Because the real Cap just saying it was a Skrull pretending to be me. He wanted you out of the picture. And then Red Hulk comes back and pretends he's a hero, puts a chip in the Hulk's neck so you could go on a rampage, and the Avengers could capture him again. And General Ross just said, you just released the most dangerous man in America and all that stuff. The point I'm trying to say is it has good storylines. And it's sad that it ended, yeah. But I mean, that's the reason why it's canceled. Yeah. Like, here's the thing they were going to do for season 3. They were going to do Thanos, Civil War, well, I mean, they already did Galactus in the show. They were going to do Surtur. Yeah. But, I mean, it could have been bad, season 3, because it would have had a lot of superheroes. I mean, they were even going to do Miles Morales and the Ms. Marvel. They were going to do every superhero known to man. Yeah. Another cool thing about this show, Drake Bell, the guy from Drake and Josh, he's voiced Spider-Man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he voiced Spider-Man in this cartoon called Ultimate Spider-Man. That was a bad cartoon. Yeah, I mean, that cartoon was okay. Yeah. And we just don't get too many good cartoons anymore. Like, this year's new show, Marvel Rising. I don't care. I don't care about Marvel Rising. My favorite characters are in the show, Black Panther, the Hulk, and Hawkeye. Because Hawkeye is basically just comic relief for this show. And Black Panther is, well, he's basically like Chadwick Boseman's Black Panther. Just a little bit more serious. Not in a bad way. It makes for good comedy. And Hawkeye, when Hawkeye is trying to make fun of make fun of Black Panther. And he keeps saying, maybe I should be king of Wakanda. Because, he left the Avengers and say, screw that. He said, who leaving the team? Iron Man? Yeah, how do you really know a person? And he keeps saying, and Hawkeye keeps saying, I won't cut and run when things get tough. And Hawkeye trying to do the challenge, but Black Panther sneaked up on them. He said, all right, T'Challa, all right. And he just said, you know what, I'm just gonna join. Yep. Captain Marvel. If you hate Captain Marvel movie, you hate how wooden she is, you will love this version of Captain Marvel. She has emotion. She has a weakness. I mean, she's not the most powerful being in the room in the show. Not anymore. Thor, he's Thor. Got a cool moments. He meets a guy named Beta Ray Bill, who his species look like giant horses. They call Corbinites. And he can wield Thor's hammer, so Thor's dad creates another hammer for Beta Ray Bill because they both have a common injury, Surtur. So they create Beta Ray Bill's Stormbreaker. So they team up and fight the Enchantress and all the stuff. I like Beta Ray Bill. He's kind of cool. Because especially at that point, not too many people knew anyone else could pick up Thor's hammer. I mean, we now know Captain America can, but before that, we knew just Thor for a while. We knew other people could wield it. We know the Hulk can't. He's not worthy and all that stuff. But yeah, you would like this version of Captain Marvel. And the original Captain Marvel. I mean, she's called Miss Marvel. She was the first Miss Marvel, like the fourth Captain Marvel, comic logic. So that's basically why it canceled. Now I wish it had a season 3. And probably should have not been on Disney XD. They put it on the wrong network. That's basically the reason. But please watch this show. I couldn't get into every storyline that happens. Ultron, eventually. Yeah. Like, they were gonna do everything for season 3. Season 3 probably would have had too many characters. That was the problem with Spider-Man 3 and The Amazing Spider-Man 2. It had too many characters. It's not in a Spider-Man. It stopped becoming a Spider-Man movie and became more like the Avengers movie. Too many characters. That was the problem. But please check this out. This is more than just a kid show. Honestly, it's as good as the MCU. Heck, it's as good as the Snyder Cut. Please watch this show. At least just watch one episode. Just think about it. It's not just a kid show. I mean, it's not Ultimate Spider-Man. I promise you that. It's like lines of Batman the Animated Series. So, yeah. So, I mean, anyone of my family members that are watching this video, please watch Avengers Earth, Mightiest Heroes. It's a good show. I mean, it's better than most live-action CW shows. It's not always like melodrama. Have mercy. So I would give the show an A+. Yeah, and the new cartoon is called Avengers Assemble. I think I said that already. Yeah. The animation is aged better than Avengers Mightiest Heroes. I mean, that show came out in 2013 and ended 3 years ago. And it looks old now. Even season 5's animation is terrible. Like, yeah. It's like, why would you make this show? Yeah, they should have stopped at Avengers Earth Mightiest Heroes. There was an Avengers cartoon in 1999. Don't watch that. That show is garbage. Captain America and Thor are not even in the show. Ant-Man's the leader. What the heck? No one wants to see Ant-Man as the leader. Ant-Man? What the heck? It's not even Scott Lang Ant-Man. It's the Hank Pym Ant-Man. Like Michael Douglas played in the first Ant-Man movie, just younger. Oh yeah, in the original Ant-Man, Hank Pym, he's not an old man. How the Ant-Man movies lead you to believe. Hank Pym is the same age as like Iron Man and like Nova. Wait, sorry, I said Nova. Sorry, I was playing with this toy. Sorry, that was on my mind. Sorry, but he's the same age like. I'm trying to think. I guess someone's like Captain Marvel or something. In the comics, Captain Marvel is not like 50 years old. That's basically how old she is. Yeah, 50 years old. She just doesn't look her age. Oh yeah, and Captain Marvel, she became Captain Marvel like, you know what I mean, same time, just after every superhero. That's why she wasn't in there. Because she didn't get her powers until after the Avengers were formed. After Peter Parker was 70. I mean, my goodness, she was created in the 70s. That's why she did not become a superhero in the 90s. Nick Fury did not know who this person was. Okay? Yeah. Oh yeah, we all seen the Guardians of the Galaxy. This is before, the movie. So no one knew who the Guardians of the Galaxy were. But anyway, they first appeared in that show. That first comic appearance, because that was the, And Bucky. I like Bucky. The Winter Soldier. I like how Cap finds out. And the Winter Soldier is the reason why Nick Fury's blind. Okay? Everything else, you're just going to have to watch that for yourself. I couldn't talk about everything, because then we'll be here for all day. This is a good cartoon. Please watch it. I can't specify enough. Watch this show. Okay? Bye.